This is for the deaf. Cost me $1. It's cost me $1, so I ran right away down to Bureau en Gros, and I asked them how much it cost to print these. They told me it cost 10 cents, so I went to the guy to get change. Anyways, what I want to talk about is number 52. Now, you can get 52 in many ways. You can take number 17, and you can take number 35, and you can create 52. I want to tell you something about the number 1. Number 1 is not because, see, when 1 turns around, he drills a hole into the ground because he's in one area at one spot at one time. He is the totality of whatever he can make as his extension, and if he solidifies to the outside, 1 becomes more than 1. He becomes 1 and all because it becomes 360 degrees. So if I take 1 and I put 1 over here, 1 is the ruler. It divides the two sides. Where do you want 1? Let's put it here. Which one do you want? Do you want the one like this, or do you want the one like this, or do you want the one like this? Or can we put 1 like this, but take 1 like this, and then we take 1. Oh no, that's not 1 anymore. Wait a second. Oh, now it's 1. Now it's not 1. Off and on, H and I, the same thing. The same valve turns it off that turns it on. I don't care who she is, he is, they are. You want to go back to 17 and 52? I don't want to go fast. I want to go slow, but I'm already mixed up before I begin because I have a vision, but now I have to explain what I see. And if I don't explain it properly, my mouth is still frozen. Went to the dentist. She looked at my teeth. The first thing I said to my dentist, you know what the first thing I said? I says, how's my breath? I said, I got to know about my breath. I go, what if I go meet people? I said, I don't want to come just for my teeth. If you don't tell me I got bad breath, I want to know. So she kissed me. Oh, it's all right. All right. No more telling of the truth. Right? No more telling of the truth. You can tell a story, but it doesn't have to be the truth. It's just a story. So you're not lying. You're just telling a story. 5 and 2, okay, equal to 7 when added, okay? 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 5 is 35, equals 49. When we took the two numbers from 5 and 2, it now equal to the numbers of green 8. 4 and 9 is number 4. That's right, 49 is number 8. 7 and 2 was 9. 7, 5, 35 equals to 11. 49 equals to 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. It will also equal to the electronic sun. Don't you know that 1 doesn't exist really, but when it really does exist, it exists in H? Because eventually as you go down towards the bottom, when it filters out, it comes together as a mold of some sort. So we have 9, 2, and 4. 9, 2, and 4. 9 times 11 is 99. 9 times 4 is 36. 11 times 4 is 44. 6 and 4 is 10, and 9 is 19. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 and 9 is 16 and 19, standards and pours. When 16 and 9 come together, they equal to 35 again. 7 by 5 is electric company. Electric company comes out of where? It comes out of 2 split worlds. This is a world exactly like this. The other worlds are bookends. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the 258 world, okay, this is the center world to 2 sides. This is the body of the butterfly. Can you say it that way? Well, I'd like to look at it that way, but the butterfly, the F goes this way when the E is in the center with the B in the center. So anyways, this is 49. This is your eternal 8. Nothing begins until 4. You see, in the other world, they hook up A, B, C. But if they hook up 3 in the other world, that means they have to hook up 6 in this world. It's 2 times in this world, 1 time in the other world. But the heart, the 1, the ace, the 3 and 5 electric company, before it gets any wings, because we have 2 parts of a wing on the 5, but we get all the parts of the wings on the 9, and we can fly away. Can we not? Or is the 9 just a complete body? It shows the heart and it shows the wings inside the card. This one turns into part of Jupiter. This one turns into part of Venus, and this one becomes Mars. How would you connect 52 together? 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 is 107. 1 and 7, 1, 4, and 7 if you want. 212, 2, 1, and 2 is the 5 card. 100 Celsius equals 212 Fahrenheit. 10 times 10 in the 10 world. You see, 10 by 10 in the 10 world, in the Celsius world. Does that mean that 10 is the same 10 that they're using in the Fahrenheit world? No, it does not. Because 10 Fahrenheit is about 10 Fahrenheit is about minus 15 Celsius. So it's not the same thing. The 15 is different. It means something different in both worlds. And you know what my dentist told me? She says the teeth numbers in the United States of America compared to the teeth numbers here in Quebec are not the same. Wow. The numbers are not the same. I mean, how many guys go to the dentist and the first thing they say, what number are you taking out? I mean, I sat down in the chair today and I said, okay, let's work on 48. I said, 48. You're going to take me 48? She says, 48 is gone. I said, what about 46? I says, 46 is good. She goes, that's right. 46 is one of the best running backs ever to run. Number 46. He's a one-man machine. He takes on any suit at any time of the day, in any place in this world, at any place, at any moment, and he's ready to go. Man is his yellow piss. His mouth keeps yapping. 64. So anyways, what I did want to mention, that 52 in the 7 worlds is 25 reverse. If I want to bring it in the 13 world or the 10 world, 8 and 5 is 13, 8 and 2 is 10. The 8 will complete this to the 3 worlds. Just like in pool, when there's 8 apart, well, when there's 3 apart, 5 and 2 is 3 apart, you get the 8 ball, 8, 5, and 2. I broke a little barrier. 8, 5, and 2. The other world of 1, 4, and 7 happened to complement 3, 6, and 9. Are you following me? Do you really want to know this crap? Let me take you back over here. 4, 7, 4. Somehow that's what this turns into. I don't know where or what happens. Celsius and Fahrenheit, look, creation of the 3 worlds. I don't know where this came from. It might have come from up here. I'm not really sure. There's just so much going on here. I don't know where to start. And sometimes I can stare and not even know what's going on. 989 on this one. If this is 989 into the 7 world, this would be 787. Into the 10 world, 989 will be 121. And 989, 121 is all about the Mayans. And in the 13 worlds, 989 is 454, the number of the sun. 5 and 2. So we did the 3 worlds with 5 and 2. But the thing with 5 and 2 is the other last way to get 7. You see, you can't get 7 in the cubed world. 7, you can't get 7. 7 is the light in the cubed world. 7 and 0, and you have 2 dice only with 6 sides. That's why we play Monopoly to the 40 spaces. The 40 plus the 1 space you're on. Okay? 10 is a very funny one, okay? Because 10, to create the 10-10 world, okay, in this scenario, you see number 1? That's not a 1. That's a slash. So for me, if there's a slash, it's a divided world. How is it divided? What is it divided with? Is it a tube? Does it open up? Does the 1 really have any value at all? Or is it where the heart is branched to? And because of what's branched to 1, it's everything. So if 1 is branched to everything and it becomes 5, it becomes 1 and 5 is 6. Can 1 become anything else? Yes. It can become 1, 4, and 4, 1, 4. And now it is 8 because it's divided the 0 into 2 worlds. The 5 is the center. Because there's 2 worlds, you now have number 2. Because of the center in the 2 worlds, you have number 3, and they crisscross that center in order to bring the DNA into the 2 worlds. You bring the DNA into the 2 worlds, plus you're splitting it, bringing the soul train back into this world. You automatically get 2 in one world and 4 in the other world, and that's the way they design this. They'll move these over here,
But the only one, they can do whatever they want with this. What's the difference? If they're moving this one in the middle, they can move this one at the top against this one at the bottom. 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, and then this one will move 1, 2, 3 moves. So if this moves 3 moves, this moves 3 moves. Okay, how many moves did they actually move? Don't forget, every time you move, you have to stop. There's a stop in between because there's a space. If there wasn't any space, there wouldn't be any stop. But there's always a cut in energy. If you wanted to cut something, you come to the end, it'll stop. So this is something very small. And 2 teeth up here, 4 teeth down there. And do you know what the numbers of those teeth are? I think she said 30, 31, 32. And up above was 51 and 52. You tell me. You tell me. Where number 1 comes in a set of 4 on the bottom. And 51 and 52 are my 2 bunny rabbit teeth that stand for Earth and Mars as my 2 front teeth. I'd like to know what they call it in the U.S., those 2 front teeth. Because let me tell you one thing, for me, that is incredible, amazing. It's just amazing that they should call those 2 teeth, because they stand for Mercury. Watch out, my teeth are talking. One other thing I did want to show, I didn't even finish with number 10. You see, number 10 is not equal to 39, which equals 27, which is IR, and it explains the red world, and it explains the IR, the creation of the 3 worlds of 6, or the 2 worlds of 9, because it got split in half. It was 3 worlds of 6, or you're connecting 3 and 3 up there to 3 on this side to 3 on this side. 3 this way and 3 this way. Well, you're not actually turning 3. I'm just saying you're hooking up to this world, and this world. 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. Hookups. The other thing about 10, or I and R, yes, I was thinking of I and R. You know what's funny about I and R is when you connect the sun to I and R, it now says Venus. It's almost like Venus is alive. Like our artificial intelligence is Venus. We must all be the Venus Project, if that's the way you want to look at it. Let's build a chick to a chick world inside the house of man. Something like that. So what did they do? What happened? They made us Venus to carry the Neptune light and the scepter of Neptune from Atlantis. My nose is cold, and the more I speak, the hotter my nuts get. I guess that's okay, right? Something about the spiritual world that lets you open up just a little notch more. It doesn't mean you're a pig, does it? Couldn't talk about it in the other world. In that world, you really were a pig. Oh, my God. That's what you said? Yeah, it always seems to be funny. Anytime you talk about something sexual or a sex organ, it's funny. Oh, we shouldn't have said that. And where are days you say, oh, everybody's laughing. It's like riding a bike, eh? All right, okay. I don't like to ride too far sometimes before getting off the horse, right? Getting off the horse and buggy. We had number 52. If I add, now where was I? Yes, I was talking about number 10. Number 10 in Chaldean, connected to the sun equals to the moon. There's only a 3 difference. No matter what you do in Chaldean, there's only a 3 difference of everything. That's like almost taking the horse out for a walk. What are we going to do in chess when we take the horse out for a walk? We'll go 1 forward and 2 over. That's enough. We'll get off now. Your turn. What's up for my next move after I got off the horse? Well, that's while you're contemplating on your next turn. I've already made mine. So we were talking about number 10. So the difference between 10 in one language and 10 in the other language, okay? T is the 4th in one, but it's 2 in the other one. So TEN would be 455, and that right away would talk about the sun, and it would talk about 100%. That's where I got the 100 from now, okay, because of the letter T. It's the 5 value. The letter E, the 4 value, the letter E is 5, the other one is 5. Imagine if it was pretend. Spirit pretend, spirit light, angel resident, pretend, 10. Chaldean, okay, is 455. Total of 14. 14 and 10, 24. The cross on man's back. Man is in the 10 world, plane to number 13. 13, 13, 13 is the original Pythagorean numbers for 10. So we get 4 times 5 times 5 is exactly 100. 100 Celsius makes 212. This one will create the 5 card, because this is what it looks like. 5 cards got 2 worlds crisscrossed. Somehow you got to connect it here to here. Not here to here. Here to here. Here to here. So what else do we have? So we had, that's what we had. So we had 39 in this world, and in the other world, we had 455, number 14. I don't know why we don't have number 14 down here, but 544, 544, well that's not a pen. 14. So we get 53, 63, 71 plus 6 equals 77. Okay, now forget about what I marked here. Okay, it's 39 plus 12 plus 14 equals 26. This is the short count, Pythagorean. This is numbers. Okay, this is Chaldean. Okay, this is Pythagorean. Okay, so I take the Pythagorean and Chaldean and I come up with 2 and 6. The house of light. All you need to do is get the 1, 6 in there, and you end up with 3, 6, 3 worlds of creation of light, where the light comes from 1 and divides into 2. I was just in the bathroom a minute ago, and I was looking at a Listerine bottle, or whatever mark it might be, and there was light, just a little light, just a glimmer of light that was able to cast a shadow on the wall. So completely casted a dark shadow along the whole wall. And all of a sudden, I take a look behind it. It went right through the bottle and turned the whole wall green. It was all dark for a whole patch, and all of a sudden, just below it, it's all green. Just the light that came in. There is no direct light into my washroom. It's a reflected light. So it was just amazing to see. So anyways, the end counts for the number 10, Chaldean, numbers, Pythagorean, okay? That 6 is an extra 6 because inside 10 there's a 0. So we're just adding 6 to the end. Okay, now it didn't do it in gematria. So I have to say gematria, because that sounds like more Idaho-ish. No, gematria. Gematria. Okay, here it is. In gematria, 10 is 5 and 7. Wow. And 1. 1, 5, 7. Wow. 1 plus 5 plus 7. Wow. Wow. I can't even explain what that is. Oh my God. Oh my God. 1 comes out in 5. You see, the 1 is inside 5. Okay? The 1 is inside 5. Now, what does that 5 mean for that 1? Is it the post? Is it the snake? Is number 5 the snake? Because it curls in from the mouth, it comes out the ass. What is it? So 1, 5, and 7 equals to the 13. And in the 10 word, we actually have LMN. We have the letters LMN inside the 10 word. Wow, that's funny. 10 and 39. Don't forget about CB codes 10-4. There's 200 of those, okay? Most of them not being used right now that we know of. So now we have a total of 77 plus 71 equals to 84 plus 6 equals to 96, which equals to 15 at the end, which equals to 62. Pop. 62. This whole number of the value of 10 comes back to 15. Into the 7 world is 62, 95, or 38. Chaldean again. We can revert this all the way back to Chaldean, where the vibrations come out. This is inside that suit where the light comes into that suit at 36, and then you become the 46. You can't get higher than 60. You can never be 66. You just can't. The numbers don't change. Are you human? Yeah. What number are you? You're 66 because you were born in creation. How do I know? Well, go to the crap table. It pays 30 to 1. What does that tell you? 2 dice, 30 to 1, 15. You're an egg. You came into this world. 15,149. Raphael, 7286. In the constellation of Pegasus. I'm so slow lately. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. I'm not finished with this. I need a computer. I need a computer that will redo this for me. Okay? Because most of this does not exist. Okay? It exists because I continued the lines. It's your roulette board all facing in. On here is 3 and over here is 3. 3, 2, 3 is together. But I like to go and put 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3 and make a big square. And pull this apart to see all the pieces. You see, I can't see this piece of a number 8? But I can't create the 8 over here. I need to explain why I can't. I can't create it here because over here, okay, first of all, this might be a mistake here. I'm not sure. Is this upside down, this book? No. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. 2 blues are black. That's why. Over here, 1, 4, 7, 10 is black, 13 is black, 2 black, stop. It automatically creates your 8 here, your 8 here. But at the bottom, these two numbers are 28 and 31. Two numbers, 28 and 31, both black. I cannot continue the line. These two become 6s. These two become 8. There's also more in the center, where you see the H over here and the H over here. But if you bring it into the world, it's I and I. Okay? This sort of splits up who you are. You're all split up this way. This is your 36. You stand right here as the Twin Tower, and you branch out. You branch out to number 36, and you branch out to number 3. But no, you don't. You don't branch out to anything. Your surrounding part of this has to do with branching out within, how can you call it, your area space, okay, and who you are. Forget about the area space you need for who you are. But you can put 2 eyes over here, an eye here, an eye here. You can put your 2 eyes here, so depending on how far back you want to look at it, where does it start to really look good? Did you notice there's a fatter part on the bottom here? Because in the bottom one, here I started on the inside. Here I started on the outside. That's why. So I'm going to have to fix that. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Oh, there was one other thing I forgot. Yeah. I was looking at this thing I was telling you yesterday, and I still didn't finish with 52. All I need is the 8 for it to be 7, 10, and 13. Okay? The 8 into the 7 world is 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. The 5 and 2 go together into the 7 world. The 8 and 8 would go together into the 7 world. The 2 and 5, the 5 and 5 double up to go into the 10 world. But to get into the 13 world, you have to go 2 and 2. To get into the 10 world, you must make 5 and 5. To get into the 7 world, you must go 8 and 8. For the 8 to go with the 2 into the 10 world, and for the 8 to go with the 5 into the 13 world to make 4. They all have to go and make 4s at the end, so everyone gets to double up. Now, if you want to go with the 1 and 6, the 1 and 6 is special. In order for the 1 to go into the 7 world, it needs 6. In order for the 6 to go into the 7 world, it needs 1. In order for the 1 to go into the 10 world, it needs 9. In order for the 6 to go into the 10 world, it needs 4. 9 and 4 now go together. Now 9 and 4 went together, and you make eternal green. 1 and 6 from 2 and 7 both come out to eternal green. Why? Because 1 and 6, 6 and 4, 1 and 9. 9 and 4 is Mars, Jupiter, Earth, heart of man, comes together with Luna to meet the other planets. inside your solar system. Inside your solar system, my friends, you should just lean back right now. Take out a little joint, take a little scotch off the shelf and lean back and know that you're sitting in the chair supporting a solar system inside of you. Your eternal being is so strong. We breathe the energy. We should be twice as strong as we are. This is what I'm imagining, because we breathe the energy, that strength. Let's go on to the next one. The next one I wanted to go on to. Okay, this was 1 and 6, in which we took 9 and 4 and 6 and 1 and 3 and 7. And not only that, 1 and 6 that comes with the light connects to 3 and 7 in the 4 world. 3 and 1 is 4. 7 and 6 is 13, becomes 4. 3 and 6 become 9. 5 and 1, 4 and 1 become 5. 5 and 9 come together. 9 and 6 is 15, it becomes 6 again. 9 and 1 makes 10. 1 and 6 come back together again. 7 and 1 becomes 8. 9 and 1 becomes 10. This becomes the sun. The 9 and the 7 become the sun. What I'm trying to do is crisscross the numbers. These two went perfectly together. 3 and 1 made 4. 7 and 6 made 13. 1 and 3 made 4. 1 and 3 made 4. 1 and 3 made 4. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 and 7 and 6 is 13. 13 is 1 and 3. 1 goes with 3. 4 and 4. Now we're going to go on to the final 7, which is 3 and 4, which is 7 and 6, which is 1 and here's something a little different. 9 and 4 is 13, just like the 7 and 6 was 13. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 3 is 4. We have the 13 world in both. 7 and 3 is the 10 world. 6 and 3 is the 9 world. Well, 7 and 4 is 11. We have 9, 11. When this meets over here, we get 9, 11 to the one spirit, the burning soul of earth. These numbers, this is the size of the moon. This is 9 and 1. So however you want to call it, somebody tell me what you want to think 1 and 9 is. Okay, this is the birth light. This is the solar light. This is the one that keeps your energy. Is this the one that keeps your energy? And this is the one that flies your spirit, all the new information in and out. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 and 4, 6 and 3, 9, 11. 7 and 1, 6 and 1, 8 and 7. Your mind. 7 and 9 is 7. 6 and 9 is 6. Remains the same thing. So however you want to play with this on each and every level to understand what it exactly means. And again, this surrounds Luna. These are all the numbers around Luna. So these are the numbers around Luna, and that's the size of her diameter. Somehow the satellite system's on the outside of her. I must be intercepting something of some sort. There's more satellites up there than we actually see. Oh, there was one other thing. It was osmosis, is that what you call it? Did we do this one over here? Day 88, March 29th, day 88. Supposed to be the end of the year. Day 88, which would be, is it day 88? No, that's not day 88. That's day 77. But day 88 is March 29th. Day 88 left in the year is on October 4th. Day 88 coming into the year is on March 29th. This is when we blow the horn. This would be 77 days left to go in the year. It would be 88 on the 4th. But on the 4th, it's just the beginning of the month. That's the way you call it, though. What's it? It's just the month just began. It's only the 4th. The weather's bad, eh? The whole month of October, the weather was bad, but it started only on the 4th. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure where this would be, but like I said, this is the number. Not only that, the number on the 29th of March is 311. This is the red ball. If you're talking about Red Bull or anything, Red Bull, well, March 29th is all about Red Bull. 3 and 11 makes 14, okay? 3 and 11 makes 14, so either it's this or it's 14 days later, like the 8th or the 9th, the day of the April. That's what these numbers, they just show, I don't know what they mean. So 29, let's say you go forward to the 8th of April, let's say you go forward 11 days to the 99th day, the 99th day of the year about, that's when they start baseball season. I'm trying to figure out what, oh yeah, 25, 50, what, I don't have no idea what this is. Let's leave it out. There was one little other piece that I was doing, and not only that, I forgot to tell you, but 88 in English is E and E. It's 55. Stay alive at 55. In French, it's 47. Okay, 47 and 10 is 57. That's the year we're in. They're talking about the moon. Okay, when they talk about 10, they talk about Neptune connected to your Venus, how you think. E and E, 10, plus in French, to put it together, says moon man. Okay, we didn't work out 3, 6, and 9. You remember I was working with numbers before? Well, 9 and 1 is 10. 9 and 4 is 13. And 9 and 7 is 16. It equals to 147. When you add this to 147, it makes 147 again. There's a whole lot of little things like that. I just did that in the other thing, 2, 5, and 8. When you add 3 over to 2, you get 5. When you get 3 over to 5, you get 8. When you add 8 over to 3, you get 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So it just keeps rotating. 3 just keeps it rotating to the number level. So we have this, what I was trying to get to is how many degrees are there in a day? 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 4 is 36. And 9 times 0.25 is 225. This will give you 365.25 days in a year. Multiplying all by 9. Why all by 9? Because the degree point, okay, means the totality of all. 360 is a complete circle, but is it all? Is that what the size of a circle actually is? Apparently not. If you're going to do it, you have to do it this way. This is the only way you can get the exact size, each one its own category. And you notice this one created 2 zeros. This one created 1 0. This one becomes the sun. This becomes the birth of man. This becomes creation of the 3 worlds. And this becomes the life of the energy, 225. This is 365.25 days a year. 6 and 5 and 5 and 6 equal to the numbers 7 and 5, which equals 22 for life in French. 10x is a Roman numeral expression just of the word. So these are the numbered dates. We didn't talk about mustard and ketchup and relish and salt and pepper and stuff. We'll get to that. You know what was really cool on the radio? They were talking about a Mary Frank, something to do with a show. Anyways. Just, you want to see it? JOR1SO. O comes with J or T, okay? It was like JOR1SO. Here's the SO. These 50s in Arias, okay, these are all numbers. 051, okay? 051 R150. This is not Osiris. This is 051. Now you can call this either 3, you can call it number 9, okay? What do you want to call it? You can separate it, and it can look like a 1 and a 2. Have you ever drawn these two together? It's a symbol. The R is a symbol of 1 and 2, okay? The 2 world and the 1 world, the best of both worlds, okay? The only time you can call man 6 is because he's 1 and 2. He's 3 times 2, and he's 1 times 1. So this is, I did this whole answer yesterday, and I came up with this baseball season April 8th, okay? Not only did I come out baseball season here, but the plane that's missing also comes out to the same numbers. So does this over here. JOR1SO is where I'm from. They changed to J5J1N5. 55551. I get sick on the 5 and the 1 and the 5 in October and May, October and May. So I get 051, okay, in which 0 will equal 6. 6, 5, and 1 equals 12 equals 3, 3, 3. That's what these numbers, this word ends up to be 3, 3, 3. 6 for a 0, 651. Okay? 6 by 5 is 30, plus 12 is 42. 6 by 5 and 30 plus 12 is 42, is 84. 84 is over here. That's Pluto. Okay? We're calling on, this is not Pluto. This is Pluto, Mars, and Neptune, because Pluto, number 9789, because it became the gateway, okay? It became its information. It came into this world, and now it's only the gateway. But the 8 and 4 numbers stand for Saturn and Mars. But if you walk over and you go to low shu, it's going to change it to the 1 sol, okay, of Delta. Because the 8 will now be in the 7th position, which is the gateway, which is man's big mouth opening up. Is it not that? Well, anyways, it becomes the gateway. So low shu is just putting man to work. That's what it looks like. Man becomes in the number 8 spot. He becomes the heaven. Okay? Is that little his dangly cord between his legs? I'm not really sure. So, yeah, and I'm from JOR1SO, and it just, when I looked at these two the first time, I wasn't sure, and yeah, it keeps matching. Do you know what's near this place? There's a sacred place there for over 100 years. The first settlers that came into that area, some of them are still there. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm not really sure. I like to just sometimes do this because some people see it this way and then this way. See, when you put it this way, the man down here with his 2 glasses and his nose and his 2 legs. You want to draw? Draw balls. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Is there anything else I have to say? Yes, yes, of course. It never ends just like that. If you think that I'm being, if you think as I'm talking as if I know 100% what I'm saying, if you think that, it's not true. There is always going to be some doubt in my mind, only to flex the opportunity that one of yous will have something else to say, regardless if it's better. If you think it's something, I can look at it. It'll give me another place to bounce off of. Something that's always different, and it's always good to bounce. I bounce as I need to bounce. Do I think I know it all? I try to know whatever I do, and whatever I do, I know. I know it my way, you know it your way, we know it our ways, away we go. Isn't that the best way? Go with the flow, don't you know? Ho, 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 Santa Claus coming down the chimney. I even made a design of that. I even played a little bit of, don't tell anybody this, but I have a little bit of Price is Right inside my work. Did I tell you? It's called the squeeze game. You see this over here? Well, in between the O and the A used to be a T. In between the E and the R used to be an E. And in between this dot over here was an E. It was a dot-ter. Did you see my daughter? That's right. I pulled out 10-et. T-E-N-E-T. The E-T of N. The entity. Entity. 10. N. Ted. So away we go. What do I know? I'm just here to put on a show, tell you what I see before I go, and I thank you and deliver all the time my gifts I can. Ho, ho, ho.